Hello, everybody. My name is Moises Goldman, and together with Dr. Heine, I'm going to be conducting the session called Crisis Management. The way we designed this session is as follows. The very first session covers the different positions that the C-suite, as we call it, occupied in the different corporations that we are going to cover. For example, Chief Technology Officer, Chief Operating Officer, Chief Executive Officer, and so on. We call that the C-suite. I also incorporated into the first session the role that the board of directors play and how they interact with the C-suite membership. The course, as I planned it and designed it, covers 4 different crisis management studies. 2 of them, they deal with the basic common denominator of all of them is that they affect the consumer. And once the consumer is affected by the problems that the corporations face, then we do have a crisis. The way I designed the course also, each one of the sessions covers a particular corporation. We have 4 corporations. One is Volkswagen, the other one is Samsung, the third one is Wells Fargo, and the fourth one is United Technologies. Each of the sessions has a background which describes the overall company and what they do and how they are built, okay? Beyond the background, I also cover what I call the strategic objective of each one of these corporations. The strategic objective is meant to let you know whether or not there was a crisis in the corporation. There was certain strategies that the overall corporation wanted to achieve prior to the crisis occurring. After the strategic objective, what I have is I describe the crisis that each one of these corporations faced. After the crisis description, what we have is what I call the consequences. And along with the consequences, in each one of these particular sessions, I provide you with different hints that will give you more insight into what the company is facing. I hope that you look at each one of those hints and you take the time to really study them and look at them very, very carefully. After the consequences, what I provide also as well is what I call helpful references. You know, I could have provided this as hints, but really, you know, the hints provide a lot of the situations and causes that created these crises in each one of the different corporations. And the helpful references give you a chance to round off the problem in such a way that you have a better insight into the particular case scenario. I'm not going to be in for the very first session. Dr. Heine is going to conduct it. I hope that you enjoy it, and you give me the opportunity to know you, to learn from you, as well as you are going to learn from me, and together we are going to decipher what to do next. The last thing I wanted to tell you is that we are privileged in this situation because we are talking hindsight 2020. In other words, we know what the crisis is, we know what the consequences are, and therefore we are in the better position to analyze each one of the business cases, knowing what the crisis was and what the consequence was as well. So I hope you enjoy the course. I hope you learn. I hope I learn as well from you guys, and I wish you a lot of luck in this session. Thanks for listening to me, and we'll see you in the second session. Thank you so much.